Hello everyone, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to SRC Ladder. Welcome back to the SRC Ladder number 3. I am once again your streamer for tonight, Max, and I'm back with a fantastic group with me in the catching box. We got Pingu.
How's it going?
Pingu back, just helped to commentate Div 5. We got Dar back here again.
I am back.
He is indeed back.
What did I say?
We got
He is back.
got Aaron still here, but I think he's going to be muted for a little while. He did a great job just commentating Div 5. And then we got Jeff in here as the ref. So Jeff's the ref, fantastic. And we're going to have Div 10 going on. Our bottom division in the ladder, but still, I'm sure going to bring us some very exciting matches. Anyone want to give us a breakdown of the division, what it looks like here? Pull up the sheet for us while we're waiting for a robot or two to load in.
Yeah, so Division 10, we have Cheese 587, Xer 85, Nicholas Allen, Captain Slow.
Yes,
Not sure if I read those correctly.
It looks like you did. That is correct. Yeah, so start all those four starting off in our bottom division, Division 10. When you're in Division 10, there's nowhere to go but up. You got lots of opportunities for advancement, opportunities for going up 2 divisions, possibly. Lots of places for them to get ahead of their competitors. Like Division 5 earlier, this is going to be 2v2s. So,
Except it's not going to run as long because there's 4 players instead of 5.
That is
So
true.
we'll be having 9 different matches in this. Basically, all of them being on all lines with each other 3 times. So they will be playing in matches as there are 4 people in this division. Basically, each person will play with the same alliance partner 3 times in 3 different sections, pretty much.
Yep, and I'm really... we actually have a legend among us in Division 10. Nicholas L. is infamous for playing Tank Drive in Ladder 2. So we'll see if he brings that back.
Yes, Tank Drive, for anyone unaware, is a control style that you can use. However, it is not recommended because it makes it so that your robot can't move straight from side to side. It is literally a handicap you can put on yourself, and Nicholas L. has become pretty famous for using that in competition.
Being the only player to do so in official play.
Yeah.
It looks like he's on Tank Drive again. I can tell.
Yes, he is. Yes,
Yeah,
he is.
Fantastic. You love to see it.
You do.
Absolutely. Alright, we got all 4 robots here. So I think we're going to get match 1 started here. What do y'all think about that?
I'm all set.
Fantastic.
Looks like we do have all 4 robots in this division as the FRC shooter.
Yep. No bulldogs, no mini drone, just shooters. Alright, so
no funny business.
Let's get this match underway. Here we go.
Match number 1.
I consider that funny business.
Match number 1, Blue Alliance of Captain Slow and Nicholas L. against Red Alliance of Cheese 587 and Xer 85. Both alliances scoring pretty evenly and autonomous. Blue Alliance takes the 4-point lead.
Blue had a bounce out, but still takes the lead out of Auton.
Xer gets the Yeah, and Xer gets the possession penalty down there.
Sticking right
Almost
next
being a
to-
launchpad penalty.
Dangerous spot to be on the dangerous spot to be when you're on the opposing side, right next to that hangar. It's not the safest place to be. Cheese 587 puts 2 more cargo up. Couple bounce outs for blue, it looks like.
And a miss from red.
Captain Slow playing a little bit of defense down there by their hangar.
And Nicholas L is having a hard time with that tank drive, aligning himself. Oh, almost getting stuck there, it looks like. Yeah, note that Cheese has 48 points and Xer has 6. So Xer seems to be playing more defense this match.
Looks like Cheese did just get a possession penalty down there, though. That is his second one of the match. We have 50 seconds left in the match. 4-point difference separates these two alliances as they both shoot more cargo into that upper hub. Could all come down to the climbs. Not sure how climbing will necessarily go, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Absolutely. As you see, robots are in Division 10 are unafraid to play around the hangars, play around the opposing hangars. Not
Nicholas
sure if that's...
L going for the hang. Sorry to cut you off there.
No problem.
Along with Xer 85 in their Red Alliance hangar.
Captain Slow going
Nicholas
up to the line a bit late. See what happens there.
And Nicholas L with the traversal with the tank drive bot. Cheese 587 also with a traversal last second.
And neither of the other robots climbing. Looks like.
Captain Slow didn't make it up, and neither did Xer. Final score of 117 Red Alliance to the Blue Alliance score of 95. It was equal coming out of Autonomous, but Red Alliance was able to pull out with around a 20-point lead off of Teleop.
Yeah, I'm just...
Large difference of cargo being scored in this match as well.
97 points for Cheese is kind of insane.
Yeah, that's big for Division 10, man. Cheese is looking real good. Remember, if you haven't been here, if you haven't heard me say it, at least once per stream, if you go undefeated through your matches, you will promote up, not one, but 2 divisions. Division 10, that's big. It would bring anyone who could do it up to Division 8 in 1 week.
After seeing the performance of Cheese 587 in this match, they could be a big contender to be one of those undefeated teams or undefeated people to move up.
Since we're in Division 10, there's no risk for coming in last place in the division. Got nowhere to demote to, so it's just all about fighting for that one promotion spot out of Division 10.
As I'm actually looking...
You go on.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say that as I'm looking a little bit closer, it does look like Cheese 587 actually did outscore just the whole Blue Alliance as a whole.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Well, let's...
along with the fact that because it's only 4 people in this division, they play less matches, so less opportunities for Cheese to lose.
That is true.
You only have to be good for... Well, that's still a lot of matches, but you've only got to be good for 9 matches, as opposed to higher numbers in other divisions where you're playing 3v3s, or you've got a lot of or if you've got 5 people for 2v2s. Anyway, we've got all 4 robots on the field. We've got all 4 robots moving. I think it's time to start match 2.
Yeah, match number 2 will be the same alliances of Nicholas L and Captain Slow on the blue, and Xer 85 and Cheese 587 on the red.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's going to be the same matchup for 3 matches, and then it's going to switch. These robots are going to get really used to playing the same matches, but we'll have to see if there's some strategy changes here.
Yeah, it would be able to. It could be possibly a advantage to some of these robots as they can communicate and work better throughout these matches.
Oh, big bump on the red side. X are hitting cheese.
Might have had a little bit of miscommunication there, but they are tied coming out of auto. Actually, it looks like blue had a last-second score there.
Yep. Robots going for their first cycles, or second cycles probably by this point. Ooh, possession foul for cheese. Can't be doing that, man. You gotta be shooting fast when you have 3 balls in your robot.
Captain Slow trying to force a penalty there. Cheese 587 gets another possession penalty.
And that is tragic at this point. It's putting red up by 16 points.
Yeah, those possession penalties, I believe, are 4 points apiece going to the opposing alliance.
Indeed they are.
I would like to welcome Aaron back to the commentator box, by the way.
Thank you, Dar.
Aaron, welcome back. We are...
Cheese 587 with a nice 38 points still, but some of those costed them with a possession foul. And Xer gets a hanger penalty as he touched Nicholas L when he was on the hanger.
On the launch pad foul, yeah.
Launch pad, that's right.
Yeah, chooses
2 going up for blue and 2 going in for blue.
Cheese's chances at going undefeated are falling away quickly in this match. A lot of
Cheese is getting some nice shots up right now, though.
Yeah,
definitely.
As they get 6 more points there with the 3 cargo and the high hub.
Red
Another
definitely
2
lacking
going up.
communication.
I'm not gonna
definitely
curse it. I'm not gonna comment on a possible comeback.
10 points separate these two alliances going into the final 20 seconds. Xer 85 and Nicholas L both going for climbs.
Cheese trying to.
Nicholas L having a harder time lining up with that tank drive, but it looks like he's able to.
Both red alliances going up. 2 seconds left.
Cheese making the traversal, but blue has just got him.
Unfortunate for Cheese there.
So there will be no undefeated teams in this division. As we see it,
taking the Red Alliance on his back and still coming out with a bit of a loss for Cheese. Unfortunate that he couldn't keep that undefeated streak alive.
At the final score of 113 Red Alliance to 116, the endgame score didn't necessarily have an effect, but it was still a close match nonetheless. Those penalties, main of which came from Cheese, might have costed it.
Yeah, those both the possession fouls and the zone fouls, you've got to watch out for them, especially at the lower divisions, because some of these players might not be quite used to managing that yet. It's definitely a skill that comes, especially with managing that under defense.
Going into match 3, it'll be the final match of these two alliances staying the same. So, match 3 will still be a Red Alliance of Cheese and Xer versus the same Blue Alliance of Captain Slow and Nicholas L. You do have to wonder, though, did any of the in-between match strategies possibly change to help Blue Alliance with the win? Something you might have to wonder.
Certainly.
Alright, let's hop back over field, get match 3 ready here. It's going to be the last match with these same robots on these same alliances. So the last match with Cheese and Xer against Captain Slow and Nicholas L. And we'll have to see how these alliances do. Cheese really hoping for another win here after putting up 2 really strong contributions in the first 2 matches. Get predictions in the chat, everyone. Thank you for the reminder, Brennan, in the chat. Throw in your power cells. Make those predictions. You can win channel points from it. How very exciting. Absolutely worth it, in my opinion. So yeah, let's get this match started. Here we go.
We go match number 3 of Cheese and Exer versus Captain Soul Nicholas, the final matchup between these two. Off they go into autonomous. Exer seems to dismiss the ball and moves it onto the opposite side of the field.
But will
Cheese.
Blue capitalize on that opportunity?
Cheese seems to be able to recover some of those points. Autonomous does go to the blue lines of 28-20.
Yeah, I love watching Nicholas L and Tank Drive. Really tried to optimize that as best as possible because it's not what these robots are meant for, but he makes it work.
Cheese puts up a couple more points, gets them in. You do have to wonder if Cheese is trying to play it a little bit more safe, as they did get a couple possession penalties in the last match. You see them kind of going for 2-ball cycles instead of their normal 3.
Yep. I mean, it's definitely risk management with how big of cycles you want to take. Nicholas L with a big push from Cheese right now. Cheese is going to reset out of it.
It did look like Cheese was not able to move in that, as they were kind of up on their bumpers. Cheese going back to the 3-ball cycles, though.
Yeah, certainly trying to increase that gap, even if it is already a gap that they have, but just definitely trying to pull ahead there.
Murder Alliance with a couple-point lead heading into the final 45 seconds of the match. Exer, though, the zone penalty gets Blue Lions a few more points and actually has them take the lead.
It's just good to
Cheese
do that
going
before 30 seconds.
Ooh,
Cheese
Cheese
missing a
3 up 3
ball.
too.
And Exer missing 1. That is going to put Blue in the lead.
Coming down to the final 20 seconds, these climbs do mean a lot. You see Exer 85 trying to get up on there, along with Nicholas L on the Blue Lions. Both of them, Nicholas on the high ground.
Oh no, jeez.
Cheese getting another possession.
It's not done yet, though. Red Alliance.
Oh,
and he's swinging. Unlucky translate.
Oh, and Cheese falls at the last second.
Very unlucky translation there.
Oh, it was close.
Gotta respect him. He had to go for it in order to get the win.
In the chat, we did have 100% thinking the Red Alliance would win. In fact, that is not the case.
I believe in that situation, they will get their power cells back. I'm not sure though. They might just get deleted into the power cell abyss. I'm not an expert on the channel point economy.
They go to where the RIP power cells went.
Is it really a win for the Blue Believers if they don't get any payout? If they
That's
didn't,
true.
Yeah, is it a win for the Blue Believers if there weren't Blue Believers?
You gotta think of winning as an investment, right? You got all these fans behind you.
Yeah, you see though, as Red Alliance did have 50.
Fantastic.
Red Alliance did score 4 more cargo throughout the match, but that does actually equal the 4 penalties or 8 penalty scores that they had.
Yeah, those penalty points are rough. Can't be doing that. You don't want to be doing that at really any level of play. But
yeah,
sometimes
coming
it's
up on match
hard to avoid.
Yeah, coming up on match number 4, we'll have Cheese going up with the tank drive god himself of Nicholas L. versus
What a legend.
Exer going up against Xer 85 and Captain Slow.
Alright, get the predictions in the chat. Get them up there. I want to see all of the power cells. Bet all of your power cells on this match. I want to see them.
You know what? I will.
Fantastic.
I don't know about that. I don't
I think
have
I'm
enough
gonna
to
be
it.
a Scrooge with my 12,000 for now.
I just used all 480 of my power cells.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm
If the
definitely
tank
gonna
drive
be a Scrooge. And
If the
keep my
tank drive god
3,500.
doesn't win, I will be very disappointed, to say the least.
It's very interesting to see him playing tank drive.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think the other alliances are taking advantage of that very much. It's so
Yeah.
easy to misalign a tank drive robot in this game.
Well, predictions have ended. The robots are ready. Let's get this match underway, y'all.
Match number 4, Red Alliance Cheese and Nicholas versus Blue Lines of Captain Slow and Xer. Off onto Autonomous. Right away, you see 2 bounce outs from Red Alliance.
Very
Xer
unfortunate
also
for
2
Blue.
missed shots. Red Alliance does take away Autonomous, 14 to 10. As we never mind 22 to 18. I cannot count.
Imagine counting.
That is fair.
What's counting? I can't do that.
Well, right now we are at 28 to 20 Red Alliance with a slight lead. Xer puts up 2 cargo into the upper hub. Xer trying to place little. I don't know if that was meant to be defense or not. Hard to
Red
tell.
Alliance certainly pulling away at the moment.
Captain Slow trying to play a little bit of defense on Cheese and then backs away. Red Alliance with the slight lead, with an actually pretty monumental lead of 58 to 42. Captain Slow puts 2 up, 1 goes in, along with Cheese having 1 go in. Nicholas Elba with a 3-ball cycle with that tank drive robot.
Certainly maximizing his ability with that tank drive. It's a very unconventional choice of drivetrain, but it definitely seems to be working out for him as he's doing quite well with it.
Nicholas L puts 2 more up, but Captain Slow responds with 2 of his own. Cheese puts 3 cargo up himself into that upper hub. Cheese with
He's
another
definitely
3-ball
maximizing the
cycle.
cycles. He's just choosing to go and be aggressive, and it's definitely paying off.
Yeah, 90 to 56 going into endgame right now.
Whoa, watch out for the hanger there.
Nicholas L with that tank drive robot going for a climb. Cheese continuing to shoot, which does seem to be paying off right now, along with Captain Slow.
Cheese definitely choosing to go out and take the risk to go and score a little bit more, but it definitely has paid its dividends throughout the match as well. Just his raw scoring ability.
And Cheese also able to get a quick traversal there. Nicholas L on the high. And Captain Slow, I think, might have fallen. I don't know if that was before or after the end of the match.
I did not expect the same level of talent from Cheese in this kind of division. Cheese is surprisingly very talented for.
Yeah, final score of the match, 125 Red Alliance of 80 to the Blue Alliance. Cheese scoring 81, outscoring the whole Blue Alliance together.
Wow.
Amazing performance by Cheese there.
Almost a flex.
Cheese is currently, though, in second. Nicholas L has the tank drive god himself, is actually ranked number 1 currently, having 3 wins and 1 loss.
Yeah, very, very impressive so far for Nicholas L in the tank drive. Could end up seeing him promote out into Division 9 if things stay like this.
Prediction back up in the chat, so please do vote for who you think will win. Waste all of your power cells today.
Absolutely.
I was a Scrooge last time, but I'm doing it all this time.
All right.
3,500.
those are rookie
715. My
numbers.
whole bank
Okay,
account
those
is
aren't
going
actually
into
rookie
this.
numbers. I have 4,000.
My whole 700. 3%. Thank the Blue Alliance.
Oh,
Those
I'm gonna
10
change
power
that.
cells.
I
Those
am at
10 power
0
cells.
power
There we
cells.
go.
Getting
All
ready
right.
for match
So
number 5 with the same alliances of the previous match of the tank driver Cheese versus Captain Slow and Xer.
indeed,
For the rest of this, I may just call Nicholas just Tank Drive.
Tank Man.
EJ, the tank drive god.
Tank Man.
Just call him Tank. He just is a
Tank.
tank.
That is true.
Just refer to Nicholas L as Tank now.
Yep.
Just
Fair
Tank.
enough.
Tank.
We'll need to run it by him. Make sure he approves of the nickname. But yeah, that might end up happening.
Nicholas, the tank drive unit.
All right, we're about to get this match started. Here we go.
Red Alliance Tank Drive God himself, Nicholas and Cheese versus Captain Slow and Xer.
Palu, following. Thank you very much. As we get the match started.
Pretty
Nicholas L
solid
good
autonomous from both sides.
Nicholas L doing some good
Indeed.
pathing with the tank. What you'll love to see.
24-22 after autonomous. Red Alliance has the slight lead as they are now piling cargo and tally out.
Here we go.
If you look at a breakdown of where Cheese has been shooting, he's definitely shooting right on the limit of what that hood angle can do. He's taking a very narrow angle. Sometimes has been paying dividends time in more accurate shooting, but on the other hand, it's just bouncing cargo out.
Yeah, it's really a matter of
Current,
consistency when you get that far out. Robot's putting a lot of power on the cargo to get it to go that far.
currently a 58-42 score, and now even more for the Red Alliance as they pile more cargo in. Tank Drive scores 1 cargo,
Oh,
along with his partner
Ooh, nice
Cheese.
penalty there.
Forces
penalty
the
from the
technical
tank drive
foul.
god.
Tank Drive is able to wrangle in some penalties.
Tank drive actually outmaneuvering almost this entire field right now.
You are correct.
It's
And
fantastic.
Tank Drive piles 2 more cargo in. 94 points to the Red Alliance, 58 of which are from Cheese. 62 points to the Blue Alliance.
Man, my 1,000 power cells on blue are looking more like a donation than a bet now. Wonder if I can get that tax deductible.
I
No,
don't
you
think you can.
cannot.
I really don't think you can.
Dang.
Can you get tax?
Can-
My power cells are now
I can't
tax
get my
deductible.
channel points tax deductible. How unfortunate.
Nicholas
Whoa,
L.
whoa,
Uh,
Nicholas L. going for an early climb.
She's almost
Interesting.
getting
Whoa, rocks
penalized.
around a bit, but seems to stay on.
they can do an early climb though. They're up by a lot.
Yeah, 120 to 74. Not much else going to happen in this match. 2, 1,
Oh,
and
And gets back up on mid.
yikes! 40 points. That's just dominant. Cheese and Nicholas looking so good right now.
yeah, solid.
He's significantly less score this time than before.
Still a solid score of 120 Red Alliance to the Blue Lions 80. 68 points of which do come from Cheese. That does, in fact, mean that Nicholas L., the tank driver, is still ranked number 1, and as they have one more win than Cheese.
If Cheese nails that traversal like he did in the last match, that's actually 83 points, beating out his record. But he's just been consistently scoring, and he's just almost dominating the field at this point.
Yeah. The interesting matches for ranking, I think, are going to come in those last 3, because we just had match 5. Sorry for not updating that. And we're about to have match 6. But then it's going to be Cheese and Captain Slow against Xer and Nicholas L, and that is probably going to determine who ends up coming out of this division.
I would like to give a huge thanks to Brennan Bibick for clipping the moment of tax deductible.
Oh boy.
I want to see if I gained like any power cells from that.
I got like 200, so I wouldn't
I gained
expect much for
1,000.
you. Well, I guess
You're
I
welcome.
just am bad.
I'm gonna bet all of them again. This is definitely gonna like go
Double or
against me, but
nothing?
like who cares?
Double
like
or
it.
nothing.
I like it.
What are the tax
897 towards Red Alliance, 96% towards the Red Alliance.
Oh, I'll throw more power cells at this.
Oh goodness.
I like making poor decisions with my channel points. There you go.
What poor decisions?
91% towards
Hey.
red with a 9% towards blue.
This isn't a poor decision. This is investment. This is shorting the stock.
Yeah. That's
Gotta
I
spend
don't
money
know.
to make money, right?
absolutely.
I guess so.
Why is Ladder Division 10 turning into an economics/tax lesson?
I don't know,
Or
man.
was not-
Why not?
I don't know,
It's
but
because
I'm
why not?
enjoying it. Get to see
600 versus 7,000.
Oh my
Match
God.
number 6 brought to you by the IRS.
No,
Pay your taxes today.
no.
No.
We're not
This
officially
isn't a
sponsored.
sponsored
We
stream.
are not officially
Pay-
sponsored.
Yep.
Which is
Man,
exactly
we're gonna
why
get
we are brought to you
copyright
by
claimed
Raid
by
Shadow
the
Legend.
IRS, man. Using
They don't
their
need to
name without
complain.
permission.
Copyright
Alright.
strike from the IRS.
Alright, let's get this
Please,
match
someone clip
going.
that. Please do.
Clip this
Copyright
whole
struck by
stream,
the
man.
that
IRS.
email even entail.
As we
I'm
head into
loving
match
this.
number 6, Nicholas
Imagine the
L.
kind of like
Here we go, man.
imagine that kind of like YouTube thumbnail or something that you could get from that. It's like I got copyright
got
struck by the
copyright.
IRS.
Oh my god.
As we head into match number 6, Red Alliance scoring a couple cargo in the upper hub. And I cannot focus at all.
Red, surprisingly
get-
this time, Red does not have an advantage coming out of auto, and it's tied.
You get XRC #1 on trending. Got sued by the IRS. Real footage. Alright, anyway, I should be
X and XRC
commentating there.
stand for anything?
Yeah, we
Does
should.
X
Okay.
and XRC like stand for anything?
Red Alliance
we-
scoring a couple cargo in the upper hub.
Or if we change the Twitch,
You know
it
what?
would just be like X
Chat,
Robotics Inspires.
chat, come up with what you think XRC stands for, alright? Come up with your
They're all
best
gonna put
answers
Xer.
here.
Every single one of them is going to put X or just because it's relevant.
No one knows. Yeah, I know no one knows. We should figure out what it stands for. Just throw your best
Xenophobic
guesses in.
robotics competition.
Xylophone robotics competition.
That's interesting with
20
the Red
point lead
Alliance
right now.
shooting up blue cargo for a second.
Wait,
I don't
Jeff,
know
is
if,
that real? Simulator excitement, coronavirus, oof, new decade.
That is
That's
real.
that's
God.
fantastic. I love that.
Red Alliance with a 14 point lead heading into the final 45 seconds left of the match. She's in the Blue Alliance corner inside the blue hangar. Might need to get out of there before
You could
endgame
still
starts.
win it on the climbs. It's at the point where I could make so much power cells from this.
You're not.
Blue
Trust me,
Alliance does. Blue Alliance does have one ball stuck on the outer hub. Xer scores 2 red balls.
Interesting.
Okay.
Interesting
Nicholas
strategy
L.
there.
Nicholas L.
Interesting
trying to go
tactics.
for a climb. He's balancing on there still. She is lining up to go for a climb. Captain Slow lining up to go for a climb. 5 seconds
like
left of the match.
3 minutes.
113 to 76.
Oh my god, that
And,
was almost an incredibly fast traversal from Captain Slow.
and power cells are now being vanished as we speak.
What power cell?
My power cell wallet is getting drained so quick, man. They're gone. I'm just making like straight up donations here. I'll just call it helping the economy, I guess.
What economy?
We'll go with it.
This is just a pure takeover. Cheese is the economy now. Can we rename power cells to cheese?
See, I already asked that, Brennan. I already asked if they're tax deductible. The conclusion was no, unfortunately. I wish they were, man. It's like, yeah, IRS. I donated 1,500, or yeah, if I donated
Imagine the
$1,500.
imagine
No,
the kind of
power
ad
cells.
revenue you could get off of that. Just like Twitch.tv now tax deductible.
Oh God, that would be something. All right, we'll pull up the score here.
117 to the Red Alliance to the 88 of Blue Alliance.
Yeah.
Apparently, Nicholas L was on both alliances, as we see in the bottom.
It just adds him to. He just joined on
Yeah.
to blue for the next match.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
You know what?
Currently,
I'm
though,
gonna bet
cheese
all
is
of my
just-
power cells on red again.
Currently, the standings are Nicholas with the 5 wins, 1 loss in first place with a total of 756 points, but Cheese not too far behind with 1 less win and 712 total points. Heading into match number 7.
Yeah, because they were together those 3 matches, they were not going to be able to separate. But now that they will not be together for the final 3 matches, it will decide who will come out on top between the 2 of them.
Yes, indeed. Sure will. All right, let's head back down to the field. Oh, I gotta make another bet. I mean, donation.
Oh yeah, shoot.
Yeah, we all forgot about it.
5,000 power cells going into red. 5,003 power cells.
I think it
5,000.
closed on me.
And I forgot to bet. Okay.
Not sure if I got my bet in time. Anyway, what match is it now? It's 7, right?
Match number 7 of Captain Slow and Cheese on the Red Alliance, going up against Xer and the tank drive god himself, Nicholas L on blue.
All right, let's get this match started here. Match number 7. Here
3, 2, 1. Here we go. Autonomous period has begun.
Captain Slow certainly fiddling around with some of those balls in the auto period, but recovering
Does get
it
most
just
of
with
them
a little bit
scored
of time.
though.
It'll be interesting to see if those last 2 red balls go through the index, and they do. 34 points, a 10-point swing out of auto.
big lead right now from the Red Alliance of Cheese and Captain Slow. This Captain Slow is absolutely bullying Nicholas L in the corner. It's hard for Nicholas L to get out there with tank drive.
And this is what we were wondering if we would see, if anybody would try to play some defense on Nicholas L due to his not great mobility with the tank drive. And we are kind of seeing it now with Captain Slow. Captain Slow did score 1 Blue Alliance cargo. Cheese, though, with the possession penalty.
It's
Unfortunate for Cheese.
But the big lead at the moment, so it shouldn't really matter. As long as they stay at the pace they're on now.
Red Alliance with almost double the score of Blue. But both alliances do put up a lot of cargo there. 78-44 heading into the final minute of the match. Xer bumps into his partner of Nicholas, causing Nicholas to miss a lot of his cargo shots.
It's unfortunate.
Certainly less communication down in the division. That seems to be a recurring theme here.
Yep, and with the tank drive robot more susceptible to defense, that includes defense from your alliance partners. As much as you don't want alliance partner defense to be a thing, sometimes it just happens with a bit of miscommunication.
Interesting to see that both the red robots are staying out pretty late.
Well, Alliance just seems to want to pile in all those balls. She's going for a climb now, though.
Interesting to see that
Onto the
he's the
mid.
first one to climb. I would have thought that Captain Slow would have been the first one up, but
Onto the
apparently no
onto the
cheese.
high bar.
Captain Slow is just going to stay out
Cheese with the
shooting.
traversal climb with 1 second
Last
left in
second
the match.
shots. There you go.
He's
Runaway
outscored the
win.
entire Blue Alliance by a convincing margin.
Yeah.
21
Cheese.
points. The difference
And
between
Cheese with
Cheese
a
and the entire Blue Alliance.
Cheese outscores the Blue Alliance once again tonight
Yeah,
with a score
21
of
points the swing.
I think my real big moment is Cheese obviously putting up a ton of points, just absolutely dominating in terms of cargo. But Captain Slow in the beginning with some excellent defense in the hangar, shutting down Nicholas L for a good 15 seconds straight, and that makes a huge difference here.
yeah. We take a look at the rankings now. Cheese takes the lead from Nicholas L. With the total point tiebreaker of 845 to Nicholas's 822.
That's a 23-point swing. That's a lot.
Yeah, but there's still 2 matches left to go. If Nicholas L wins them both or wins one by enough tiebreaker, it could still go to Nicholas L. But man,
Yeah,
that Red
definitely all to
Alliance
play
is
for
looking
with
fantastic.
Division's definitely pretty tight with all to play for, especially because there's only a certain number of matches remaining, or there's only a certain number of matches in general. So it's really all to play for. There's not much of the time to
Yeah,
field
and
to
quickly, guys,
condense.
before I forget, remember to go predict who you think will win the match.
Put
Oh,
in
yeah.
those predictions. Put in your power cells. I'll be
If
donating my power cells once again.
5,200 power cells.
I'm curious what y'all think. What do you think Blue needs to do to win this matchup, and for Nicholas L to get the promotion instead of Cheese?
I think
I think
go for it.
the Blue Alliance, I think that Nicholas L really can't capitalize because he just has limitations with that tank drive. As much as he was on the limit early of what it was able to do and finding that area in which he can consistently perform with that drive base, the Mechanum drivetrains that they're up against on the Red Alliance are just much quicker and super responsive. You saw that
And we-
30-second sequence last match where it was basically Nicholas being pinned under their hangar by one
Anything
person.
could
It's just-
happen, though. We have seen in the first set of matches, Nicholas L's alliance of Nicholas L and Captain Slow were able to take down Cheese in 2 of those first couple matches.
Yeah.
So
It just
it
needs to
could
be-
really go either way in these matches. The last
At
2
this point, it
matches
really
here.
just comes down to Blue just maximizing not only the getting from each cycle with the number of cargo that they're putting up, but most certainly the number of cycles that they have. I think
Yep.
speed is going to tell the difference in this next couple matches.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think we head down and go start the match.
For sure. Here we go. Let's get this match number 8 underway. Oh,
Red Alliance taking a little bit of the lead, and
no, Xer,
Oh
no.
no!
Exer
Exer's getting
shoots
the
low
penalty
for all the
for-
shots.
Oh,
Exer
And
penalty.
Exer going ahead and putting
Oh, what is
his
happening?
hook up his hook was up, and he
I think the climb hook blocked the blocked his hood
blocked his
from
own
shooting.
shots.
Yeah.
I think you're right there. That
Now
does.
he's
I think
stuck
that
on
might have been an
Captain
illegal
Slow.
reset
Oh,
just now.
geez.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, that'll have to
Oh.
be assessed by our ref.
Foul.
I think that was a second ref. Oh, smart to get that tech penalty though.
Surprisingly, Blue is still kind of in this. Except after that volley, Blue is way more behind than before.
Red
Yeah,
Alliance just throwing up some cargo, keeping their lead just like they want it.
For sure. Blue just had a bad start to this match, and it's been they're trying to do recovery efforts at the moment, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Nicholas with the
Whoa,
wall
Captain
though.
Slow goes flying up there.
Whoa!
They went full speed into the side there and just did a flip. Usually you see that when they're trying to climb, but not when they're trying to shoot.
To be honest, I entirely missed that moment. I'm going to need to see someone clip that.
Yeah, my feed was a bit delayed, and that's why you.
Yeah, I heard you gasp a little late there. I'm like, oh, there.
Yeah. Oh well, looks like nope, no tech for blue.
Red Alliance just almost stealing this match from blue. As we enter endgame, it looks like red is just going to try to stay out there and just keep shooting. Nicholas, though, with a 3-ball cycle, as Nicholas now goes in for the climb.
Yeah, blue
It
going for the
doesn't look
climbs,
like there can
but not
be
starting yet.
many points. Cheese also going into the hangar.
Oh,
Cheese with the last second mid climb. 142 for the Red Alliance to the 104 blue.
good score.
Nicholas definitely stepping up his contributions there in that match. Nicholas was 76. That's tying Cheese on the opposite side of the glass.
All right.
Captain Slow, though, got to help make the difference with some extra shots in the high hub.
I also have the match quickly under review here. So I'm going to pull up the score in just a minute.
Our ref
Final
has
match.
actually given a call on that already.
Yes, so we've got a call here. That work? Oh, all right. So, Blue Alliance, according to our ref, Blue Alliance will receive a technical foul in violation of Rule F3, resulting in +8 to Red's score. So we can see the final score come up on the board here.
So the final score of Red 150 to the Blue Alliance score of 104. That moves Cheese up to a number 1 spot with 6 wins and 2 losses. Second place, Nicholas with 5 wins, 3 losses.
And just to clarify that rule for anyone who's not familiar with Rule F3, F3 is do not needlessly restart your own position during a match, which is a technical foul per instance. It seems like it was a reset. It was a reset when a reset was not legally allowed. So that is going to cause a technical foul here. Which is unfortunate, but Red had a pretty runaway win anyway. Going into the last match, what do y'all want to see from this last match? Also get predictions in chat. Gotta shout that out right now. It's the last match of the night. Might as well go all in.
What I want to see from this match, I want to see a double traversal from these Division 10 robots.
I am going to put all 2,000 of my power cells on blue for this match. They better not let me down.
Oh my!
I am going full send it.
You know what?
That's gonna send it.
I don't know. I've almost doubled my amount of points over the last couple matches. I don't know if I want to send it in with 6,500 on blue.
Spend them all.
I've either got a brilliant play here or I've got a 2,000 power cell donation.
A tax deductible donation.
Tax deductible? Question mark?
Question mark.
Fun times. Let's get back to the field. We've been looking at the
let's
match
send it
results for a
down.
bit too long. You can see
Too late for me.
all the robots are ready, so we're gonna get this final match number 9 underway. Last match of the night. Gonna have another stream tomorrow, but yeah, we're gonna have 2 more streams tomorrow, 2 more divisions. This is the last match for Division 10 in Week 1. Let's get it underway.
Your final match, match number 9, Red Alliance, Captain Slow and Cheese versus the Blue Alliance of Exer and the tank drive god himself, Nicholas.
Final match of the day, officially brought to you by the IRS.
No, we're not sponsored. You can't say that.
Unofficially.
Unofficially.
You're not allowed to say officially. You can have it.
Unofficially.
Whoops. Please don't clip me saying that.
Clip it.
Already done, probably.
Brendan, I'm looking at you.
Do it, Brennan.
Brendan, do it.
Does that get me in
Red
is
legal trouble? I don't know.
This match.
Peer pressure.
Anyway,
And
Red
as
is
we
up
look
by
into the
20 at
match-
this
Oh,
point.
smart penalty of smart launch pad tech just diving in there at the last second to hand Captain Slow that penalty.
Exer just full sended it. Sent it. Full sent it. There we go. I don't know grammar.
Lick the stamp and send it.
Grammar's overrated. Changed my mind.
What's grammar?
Fair enough. 56 to 28. Red Alliance with the lead. 130
Big
left
lead.
in the match. Looks like people donating to Blue Alliance are gonna send their donations in.
Enjoy the power cells, chat. Enjoy it.
I enjoy them.
I spent a full season of ladder gaining these power cells, and all it takes is one night.
I do
Anyway,
have
here
one
we
question though.
Go for it.
Do those power cells go to the same place where the ripped ones went in 2020?
Where did the ripped ones go in 2020?
I have no clue.
Okay,
They were
then,
probably
yes.
burned.
Possession foul for
Possession
Exer over
foul,
there.
Unfortunate. That's just going to give Red an even bigger lead. And man, it's 100 to 50, 102 to 56. It's not really a place where I would expect Blue to come back, but you know, anything could happen.
30 seconds
some
left in the match. They just keep chucking them in there.
Blue might already be going for a climb. Yep.
It looks like they are.
It does appear to be that way.
I mean, if they can get the double traversal, it'll be fantastic. Won't win them the match.
I think it'll be the first of the night.
It would be good to see. Oh, we got Mike at
Come on,
high.
Exer, come on, Exer, come on.
Got Nicholas L up on the traverse. Exer is gonna stay on the mid.
And that's the match.
She's up on the high. Well, as I'm gonna get the results up for this match.
Points.
What a night.
I want to send a huge congratulations to Cheese. Almost went undefeated through the night. Had 2 losses. Almost made it.
Fantastic.
They will be moving up to Division 9.
And you know, next week you got to look out for Nicholas L. I think Nicholas L has real potential to move up with the tank drive. It'd be fantastic to see our one tank drive god just moving up in the field. It's fantastic to see. So, yeah, let's give a wrap up. What were everyone's highlights from the night?
The sponsorship and tax deductibles.
Fair enough.
Lack of sponsorship. Correct.
Yes, we're not sponsored.
Keep you know who off our back.
Yes, we're not sponsored by the IRS.
In all honesty, though, I was very impressed to see how well Nicholas L was able to do with that tank drive.
It was astounding, almost.
Oh yeah, especially in a game where in real life, Swerve was king, and here you go, him actually being able to grind out tank drive in a simulator where everyone plays Swerve / Mechano.
Yeah.
He turned into, let's see, what other good teams have a fixed shooter and tank drive?
Ironically, my IRL team does.
Turned into teams like 8177 Vector and OP Robotics had a turret this year, I think.
They did indeed.
All right. Well, yeah, I was just excited to see how the 2v2 meta has been developing, and just watching everyone get better in general. I think all these divisions are really getting very good at Rapid React. Also, yeah, there's probably going to be a 6-man's lobby open on the Discord. If you're not on the Discord, there's a link
In the
up on the
Discord.
top right of the stream. It could also probably be posted in chat. So yeah, join in, play the ranked matches, and just have some fun playing some Rapid React. Thank you everyone in the casting box for joining me. It's been a fantastic night of SRC Ladder, and from all of us, we're gonna wish you a good night. All right,
Good
thank you.
night.
Adios.